Hey, what's up everybody? Today I decided to do a video on repair and troubleshooting of a car amplifier. I know that a lot of people run into problems with their amplifier, then sometimes they don't know what to do or where to go, so I thought I'd do a video to at least point you in the right direction. The amp I'm going to be looking at today is a Soundstream EGA 1700D amplifier. That goes into protect mode when you turn it on and will not come out of protect mode. It just remains in protect mode. So we're going to troubleshoot that and see if we can't figure out what's wrong with it. I have two of these amplifiers and I actually strapped them together, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in a second. But first thing we want to do is kind of troubleshoot the amplifier to see if we can figure out what's wrong with it. So with the amplifier still in your car, I'm going to tell you some steps you can go to try and see what's wrong with the amp. Since this amp went into protect while I was playing stereo, the first thing I wanted to do was make sure it wasn't in thermal protection. So I let it sit there for a while and cool off, and to see if it would come out of protection mode. In fact, I just turned the car off and let it sit overnight, and tried it again the next day and it still stayed in protect mode. So that told me that it wasn't thermal protection that was going off, it must be something else. So the next thing you can do if it's going in protect is you can, while it's still in your car and hooked up, is turn the car off, disconnect the RCA cables from the amplifier, and then turn the amp back on. If the amp goes out of protect, then you may have a problem with your ground, or either you have a problem with your head unit or the input section of the amplifier. Alright, if you've tried the RCA cable and it still stays in protect mode, the next thing you can do is check your speaker wiring. You can actually disconnect the, turn the car and the radio off, disconnect the speaker wires from the amplifier, and then turn the amp back on and see if it goes out of protect, because amplifiers also have a short circuit protection. So if you have a problem with your speaker wire, it'll cause the amp to go into protect also. So once you've disconnected that from the amplifier, and if it still stays in protect even after you've taken off the RCA and the speaker wires, then the next kind of protection that your amp may have is over voltage and under voltage protection. So in order to check that, you want to check the voltage at the amplifier. So you want to check the voltage that is coming right here into the amplifier, not at the battery, not at a block, not at the capacitor or anything like that. You want to check the voltage right here at the amplifier to make sure that that voltage is between 10 and 18 volts for this amplifier, because anything under 10 and the amp's going to go into protect, anything over 18 and it's going to go into protect. But you need to check and make sure your amplifier can even handle down to 10 volts or above 16 volts even. But those are the three types of protections you're going to have to worry about with an amplifier like this. Either thermal, meaning the amplifier got too hot, or you got a short circuit on your speaker output, or you got over voltage or under voltage, and your amp has gone into protection for one of those three reasons. For this particular amplifier, neither of those fixed the problem. I let it cool down, still had problems. I disconnected the speaker wires, still had problems. Checked the voltage and I still had problems. That lets me know that the problem is internal to the amplifier. Okay, so when you have a problem like that, you're going to have to go into the amplifier and see what's wrong with it. But before you do, if your amplifier is under warranty, send it back to the manufacturer and let them fix it for you if it's under warranty. Because once you go into the amplifier, you're going to void any warranty that you might have. So if it's under warranty, send it back and let them repair it for you. So the first thing we're going to do is take the back off the amplifier and look inside and see what we can find out from just a visual inspection.